I think I got the settings dialed in pretty good. We're using 023 wire, MIG. I'm using the sync feature, which syncs the voltage with the amperage, and the amperage is also the wire speed, I guess. So far, this setting's pretty sweet. Might need a copper spoon. I got a little extra space there. All right, I'm still getting used to the welder, but I think we got the settings a little better. There's a few spots that I missed I gotta go back and get, but let me clean this up a little bit. We'll go back, hit it a couple times, and then I gotta go underneath and weld from under here. I got some holes, so that'll be fun. Welding upside down. You're not supposed to do that, but I'm sure it'll be all right. Just gotta watch out for the sparks. Let's clean this up a little bit. All right, guys, that's looking pretty good. It's cleaned up on this edge real nice. Couple tiny little pinholes here that we gotta fix. This is gonna be, this little edge right here is just gonna be a little weird because it's trying to mate up with this one and it's not perfect, so it is what it is. But like I said before, the battery's gonna be here. You're not gonna see it. It's gonna be fine. We'll have primer and paint on there. I could probably even put a little filler here just to kind of smooth it out and have that edge meet up a little nicer. But you know, this car is not red carpet. It's gonna be nice, but little stuff like this, I'm gonna focus that energy on, you know, trying to get the outside looking good. But yeah, so I'm gonna crawl up underneath and try to get that welded from under there. There we go, that's a good weld. My best weld so far, I did it upside down. All right, it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and yeah, you can see where I was welding from underneath, and we got penetration through the top here, so not bad. It's yeah, we got some welds in there. It's kind of hard to see, but they're there. You can kind of see them from the top here. Looks kind of cool. Let's see if we can get this thing in here. I need to cut it right here, fold that over. Yeah, let me cut that, do a little relief right here, fold that over. All right, the initial fit's pretty good. We're gonna punch some holes here, 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 and we'll clean the edges up a little bit, sand them down, get them ready to weld in. But that's looking pretty good. Let's get this lower piece. Let's get this lower piece on. And we're gonna do the same thing here, just get it lined up. And we'll punch some holes, clean it up, and get it welded in. Pretty close. This side's a little more boogered up because this is the original piece that's it's a little tweaked from the accident. But I think it'll be all right. All right. It's looking pretty good. We're going to put the engine lid on here in a minute, see how it fits. Of course, I don't have the lock mechanism, so that might be an issue. We'll get it close. I might need to use some Tech screws to tighten this side because I don't have anything big enough to go around there. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple Tech screws, self-tapping screws for that. right, we're getting there. It's feeling pretty good. I'm gonna put a couple tech screws in here, self-tappers. Need a bigger one. Got a bigger one, 5/16. There we go. Boom. Boom, baby. Perfect. Perfecto. Okay. Those two sides are in real nice and tight. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's see if we can get the engine lid on. Slide it. It's got a little bit of adjustment up and down. Yeah, that's better. And that side could probably go in just a hair. So it's pretty close. So I can't really. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here. Looks good on this side. This side. Yeah, that side's hitting a little bit. This side's sitting pretty good. It's sticking out a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell, but it might be hitting those screws too a little bit. Oh, you know what else? This has to be shaved down. It's sticking out a little too far. This right here and this. So I'm gonna clean that up, and then let's see what else is hitting. This trunk might be a little off. Not sure. I don't know if this is adjustable right here. Looks like it might be. That's adjustable, so you can adjust this. This is adjustable, so I might be able to adjust that a little bit. It looks like feels like it's hitting right here, which it's supposed to, but there's supposed to be a locking mechanism here. And this is sticking out a little bit. Definitely gonna need a little filler work here where it was in the accident. And we could probably shape this just a little bit. Adjust it up and down just a little bit. We got a little bit of room here. Just a little bit of room. We could come up just a hair. We go over just a hair. But I think that's gonna work. I gotta clean up the hood and adjust this thing back a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Not sure if I want to weld that in yet or not. Let me know what you guys think about the trunk and how it's fitting. All this seems to be fitting like it should. You know what I'm saying? Like between here and here, that fit really nice. It had just a hair of, you know, push back just a little bit. And this is a new panel, and that new panel lined up where it needed to go. So I'm thinking this right here is, see how this is sticking out right here? About a 1/4 inch or so. That needs to be shaved down. And this needs to be shaved down a little bit all the way across. And this needs to be shaved down a little bit. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Stand by. Well, guys, I think I might have messed up. I did notice in the last video someone mentioned, you know, I think a few guys mentioned, didn't you check it with the deck lid? And I didn't before I welded in that corner. And I should have. I just didn't think about it. Unless something else is going on, but that's probably what's wrong. It's probably off just by... I mean, that hood is a little tweaked, but it's not terrible. And this corner is a little tweaked, but they did fix it at one point. So here's the problem. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that deck lid is coming down a little low on this side. If you step back, you can really see it. If you look on the right, there's a gap on the right. And that gap is probably a little big, but there is supposed to be a little gap there. And as you go to the left, the gap disappears. So, yeah. You can see it. I screwed up. I messed up, guys. Dang it. So, you know, I got in a hurry and I didn't think about it. I really didn't think about it until I saw a couple comments, and I just thought, well, this lines up, that lines up, we should be good. But I think I went up just a hair too high. You can see it's right on the edge here. And there's a little bit of adjustment in here, but not much. It is right on the edge. So, that sucks. This is too high. I cut too high. I went too high. It needs to come down a 1/4 inch, maybe even a 1/2 inch. So the good thing is it's only welded right here, and it is welded to the, let's see, there's a couple welds right here where it's welded to the bumper bracket. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these right here. So we could take these off, drop this down, or just order a new one. Or we're just gonna have to put in a tiny little patch to make up that gap somehow. But yeah, we should be able to pull it off. And there's two, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see where they came through, and there's 1 or 2 right here. There's a little tab right there. So we could drill those out. We could cut these out, and then drop this down a little bit. It's not welded here yet. We drop that down a little bit and get that to fit right, hopefully. Yeah, I think that might work. I'm not going to do it today because that's going to be, fixing that's probably going to take all day. And it's already 6 o'clock. So, yeah, big gap over here. I don't know if that's an issue as well, but I'm pretty sure there's an engine seal that goes in here. I think there's an engine seal that goes right here. I'm pretty sure there's a rubber seal that goes here, and it locks into this mechanism right here. So I probably need to get this mechanism too, so we can check it with that, because the original one is junk. And I might order a new corner. Although I didn't take much off the corner. If I remember correctly, I didn't cut much off the corner at all off of this new piece. I cut up, which I shouldn't have done, but I did it. So now I gotta fix it somehow. But I'm gonna have to order that, another one of those probably. And this mechanism here, this hinge. And hopefully we can get closer to where it needs to be. You know, I'm not a professional at this, guys. I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. So it's not going to be perfect, but hopefully we can get a little bit closer. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking I need to cut it here, take these spots out, pull this off, drop it down, and somehow fill it back in, you know, put a strip in there. That's going to be a pain. I think I threw the original one away too. The piece I cut out. I'll see if I can find it. All right, guys. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. I was feeling pretty good about it until then. I still feel pretty good about it. I think we can fix it. This car is not going to be perfect. It's going to be better than it was. A lot better. So that's the goal. Yeah. I knew there was going to be some issues on this side because of the accident. I was expecting it to be a little off. You can kind of see the gaps are a little big here and there, and they had a bunch of filler in here to fill that in. So that's probably what we're going to have to do. Yeah. All right, guys, comment below, hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed. We're going to keep going on this. I'm going to do some other stuff in between because I'm going to have to order some parts and stuff. And, you know, I need to keep pumping out videos. So we'll probably do some videos on the Beetle and some other stuff. But stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one. Later.